Hello, and welcome to another IC3D tutorial. In today's tutorial, I want to show you the vacuum seal feature that can be found inside of our sealed shrink. Now, our sealed shrink feature is just like our shrink wrap, but instead of being open on two sides, it's sealed on all four. This bacon slab model is going to be the model I'm going to use to vacuum pack. So, to get into the vacuum pack, all we have to do is, just like our normal shrink, we have to select the product first before dragging it onto the scene, or else the sealed shrink doesn't know what to shrink around. So here I'm just going to grab this and drag it on top with the bacon slab selected. Once inside of the sealed shrink template window, you're going to see that again you've got a vertical or horizontal wrap. This is also important to note because it will change the artboard that you do get from Illustrator. So in this case I'm going to stick to a vertical wrap, and inside of here we have access to the width, height, top seals. Inside here we have access to the bag dimensions. We can change the width and the height, or any of the seals that can be found on all sides. So here I'm just going to add a little bit of a seal on each end, about 2.2 inches should do. And we can also change the seal type from straight to curve. Now we can only do that with the top and bottom, not the left and right. Then we head over to our bag options. Here we can move the bag around the object to get a better fit from horizontal, vertical to the depth measurement. Once you're ready and the bag is in position, we can go ahead and give it a quick wrap. Now I'm just going to give it a little bit more artboard on the top for the width and height, and then we're going to go ahead and place the item in the bag, and that's going to add the contents inside. Now once inside, we have the option to inflate it, vacuum seal it, or start a shrink simulation, which will basically hit heat on the plastic and that will then shrink it down. I'm going to use the vacuum seal for this guy, so let's just go ahead and hit vacuum seal. And this is a manual process, so just go ahead and hit stop once you're happy. And as you can see, if you did see any of the little popping issue, that's going to clean itself up once you hit stop. Now if you're happy with what it looks like, you can go ahead and add this to the scene, or we can undo it and retry. You can do this as many times as you want, but remember, once you add it to the scene, you're not going to be able to edit the bag again. Once it's inside of the scene, now I always like to change the plastic shrink film settings, as in my opinion they're a little too shiny by default, so I'm going to lower the refraction and increase the transparency to give it a more premium look. Now from there, we also have a connection to Illustrator, Packs, or our PDF editor. Now just note that the PDF editor will not be able to correct any of the artwork that's been wrapped around, but Packs and Illustrator will be able to. As you can see, the seal areas are called out, and the contents areas are there so you can add your art. Now you can always swap the views to check out the ray tracing view, just to make sure your material settings are correct. Now, as you can see, sometimes you may find little black areas that pop up during the ray tracing. This is easily fixed, but we are going to have to go into what's called our point editor. So let's go ahead and grab our sealed shrink film, and we're going to bring this into the point editor by selecting the small pencil in the object editor. From here, we're going to notice that there are a lot of different black areas that can be found in the model, but we really only have concern on the ones that are visible from the render view. So that's going to be the two corners. So in this case, we're just going to go ahead and zoom in to one of the corners. And what I do is a very easy way to fix this is just by simply selecting that area, so this corner, and then just doing a quick recalculate and smooth. Once you've done that, normally this should fix the error. So here we're going to go then to the bottom, grab that same area, recalculate, and smooth. Now once done, we can hit save, and we should start that ray tracer once again, and we should then have our areas cleaned up. From here, you can continue editing your material, adding artwork, and adjusting your scene to whatever you'd like it to be. Thank you so much for joining me, Adam Chomp, as we dove into our shrink seal template to take a look at our vacuum pack feature. Stay tuned for more videos, and of course, have a great rest of your day.